As I said last week, Tesla is obviously like no other company. And so while every company that is publicly listed, publicly traded, there are ways that you can look at potential catalysts and make some decisions about when their stock might go up and or down, but usually it's up. So some of those catalysts would be their earnings reports. They might have a new product coming out, in the near future. They might be trying to land a major account that you're aware of. They might be trying to get their first big deal. The pharmaceutical company might be trying to get into the second into human testing. These are catalysts. We're all familiar with these catalysts, and Tesla has had catalysts along the way. And Gary Black and I have both been putting out catalyst lists out. Gary Black for longer than me, and they're pretty much normal catalysts, kind of the catalysts that you would expect from any company. But Tesla's not like those other companies. Tesla is so much. They're when they are coming out with a new product, it's world changing. It is going to make your life completely different, other people's lives completely different, increase the wealth of the world, cause humans to be able to populate Mars. I mean, come on. Well, that's not a Tesla, but that's an Elon Musk goal. Anyway, so last week I did what I called 10 giga catalysts. Okay. They're not even mega catalysts. They're not regular catalysts. They're mega, which, in the Tesla world means a very large factory with tremendous capacity. Yes, each one of the mega factories that are out there right now have the capacity to do $20 billion in revenue. That's a mega. But no, those are just megas. We also have giga factories and giga castings and giga everything. So why not giga catalysts? I did 10 of those last week, and I told you there was 10 more. And last week, the response to the 10 that I did last week was tremendous. That video did very, very well, and you might want to go back and check it if you haven't already seen it. I will put a card here, and so you can go back and look at that. And anyway, that's something you might want to do. And I'm going to do the other 10 now. So this is Randy Kirk. If this is content that is valuable and useful to you, please hit the like button. Please hit subscribe. Please hit notify. By the way, on Patreon, we hit the 100. We're now past 100. We're certainly looking for more than 100 folks to be on Patreon. Some of my fellow YouTube guys have 1,000 Patreon members. So, we want to go beyond 100. So I've got a new deal. I've got a new offer for you. Every single person, by the way, for every person that was already a Patreon member, I just put out an offer that they should have received yesterday or today. And that on that offer, I said, I'm going to give away a free audio version of one of the 4 books. So that was my thank you note to all those 100 that are already joined. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to continue that going forward. So when you join Patreon, and that means when you actually join. Now, if you do the 7-day trial, that's fine. You can do that, but you can't get the book. You can't get the free audio book until you've actually gone ahead and done the 7-day trial and joined. Once you do that, pick one. All 4 of those are available on audio. If you'd like to have one of those for absolutely free, remember these are, could be anywhere from $15 to $25 for audio. That's the most expensive version. I'm happy to send you one. Now, we have a $50 level on Patreon also. If you want to join at the $50 level, I'll send you a copy of the Elon Musk Mission hardback edition and copy, and I'll sign it. I'll do an autograph. Not that that's worth anything, but some people do like autographed first edition copies of books that they have in their library. So I'll do that. Anybody that joins at the $50 level, you get hardback copy signed. Okay, let's now look at the other 10 giga catalysts. Number 1. Tesla announces a retrofit kit for existing Daimler semi-trucks and large trucks. So thank you very much, Brian Wong, for this idea. So Brian said, why wouldn't Tesla start doing retrofit kits for trucks and eventually for cars? But he said, first of all, for trucks, as soon as the FSD is ready, then FSD should be offered in a retrofit kit. And they should take the largest companies out there with the largest number of identical trucks where they can set up the cameras where they need to go in and engineer all of that, engineer it so that it works with the truck's brakes and gears. And I guess it's only going to work on automatics. Is that right, Brian? But a lot of trucks today are automatics. So anyway, this would be a case where somebody might want to switch out their transmission just to get it. Anyway, I think that when they announce that, that will be seen as a very big deal, because Tesla is going to charge like $100,000 for that feature. And it'll cost them almost nothing to install it. Okay, so that's number one. That's my first one of the second list. Let me know what you think of that. Let me know in your comments what you think of all of this. Number two would be the first time that 100, we're in the semi-truck world right now, the first time that 100 semis per week are coming off the new line. Now we're looking at that's probably a year away. That might even be over a year away, because Elon said it might be late 2024, 2025 before full production, and they haven't even started shoveling dirt yet up in Reno or Sparks at the factory to do the factory expansion. Now, they might already be working on the line for the semi-trucks even before the expansion. I don't know that. Nobody's reporting that. We got no drone flyovers. We got no insiders. So I don't know what's going on with that, but certainly within 12 to 18 months, we will start seeing 100 semis per week coming off the line. I think when that's announced, that will be a cyber, I'm forgetting what I call it, a giga catalyst. Okay, number 13. I'm sorry, this is not number 13. In this case, it's number 3 in the new list. Corpus Christi begins shipping refined lithium to Austin. Now you say, well, I don't know, Randy, that might only get a couple of dollars a share. Nobody will understand that. It's not sexy enough. I think it will be. I think that this will be something that the community will totally get. I think the retail investors will totally get, and they'll understand that this is really significant, and it's going to drive down prices of those lithium batteries, and also give us confidence that we're going to have plenty of refined lithium. Anyway, maybe it's only worth $10 a share, but I think it will be one of these giga catalysts. Okay, number 4. The Highland is shown. It is announced. It is, we get to see, one in reality. I don't think it'll be pictures. I think it'll be a real car when it has its reveal. In the reveal, it needs to look amazing, and the starting price needs to be $25,000 or less. Those 3 things, that will be a giga catalyst for sure. Somebody put out some suggestions last week in terms of how much each of these is worth. I'd love to see you come back and do that again, or others. Maybe tell me what you think this one would be worth. I think this one's worth 30, 40 points. All right, that's a definite giga catalyst. The Highland is revealed later this year, and it looks amazing. I mean, amazing. And the starting price is lower than the current Model 3. Both of those have to be in place. If both of those things happen, I think you're going to get at least a $10 or $20 raise. That will be a giga catalyst. People are waiting for it, but it's got to look great, and it's got to be less expensive, not the same or more. Now, that doesn't mean there won't be a more expensive version of it, but there has to be a base product that is less than the Model 3 for my idea to be true. Now, if it just looks great and it's the same price, or looks great and it's a little more expensive, the stock might still go up. Okay, number 5 on this list would be the reveal of the Gen 3 vehicles. And then we need to be told roughly when they're going to start making them. And then there needs to be an order sheet so people can order them or put in their $100 deposit. And of course, they do have to look good, and they have to look smart, and they have to be clever. All of that has to happen, but that will be a giga catalyst for sure. I would expect that to happen mid next year, maybe around this time, maybe earlier. Okay, and then number 6 would be, this is number 16 overall, number 6 on this list. Tesla will come out with a special report, maybe even a special day, maybe a special video that reports that Lathrop is fully ramped and that Shanghai is now in production. Fully ramped. Now, maybe those 2 things will happen at different times, but I would like to hear maybe an overall report on energy, maybe on the day that Lathrop is fully ramped. It might include more than that. It might include that Lathrop is fully ramped, Shanghai is producing, and that 2 more locations are being announced. but something like that, a big energy day, an energy reveal, making a big fuss about energy, because energy is the next Tesla. Energy storage is going to be a $100 billion business shortly, and eventually a $400 billion business. And so it should be talked about more by Tesla in order. Now, some people don't want the stock price to go up. They're perfectly happy to keep buying at these levels, but I think that would be a big catalyst that people would have to finally open their eyes and see what's going on. Number 17, Dojo II at AI Day 3 this year, or maybe it's next year. Dojo II is announced, but Dojo II is a thing. It's already been talked about, but we don't really know all the details. What I want is Dojo II to be announced. I want to reveal, could be AI Day 3 this year, and it's announced, and it is noted clearly, part of Dojo II is clearly stated that it is now a large language capability also. This is what we'd be looking for to really make Dojo something incredible. If you really want the stock to go up that day, then you also note that Dojo is going to be in the Dojo as a service business. That would be another big catalyst, another Giga Catalyst. Those could happen separately. Those could happen together. Number 18, or number 8 on this list, Cybertruck announces expansion to 750,000 units per year. A lot of people like me believe that this is eventually going to be a 1 million+ units per year vehicle. It's going to just knock the socks off of everybody. It's going to be, other big trucks of this size do 1 million per year, and close to 1 million per year. There's probably a TAM of 3 million a year. So I want Tesla to make the announcement. Okay, we've looked at the numbers. We've looked at how many people are taking their trucks. We've looked at the reviews. We've looked at the use cases. We've decided, okay, we're going to up our production plan to 750,000 per year. And then number 19 on this list, or number 9 total, would be, for today, would be the large truck version of the Semi for China is announced. So the Chinese market and the Japanese market are huge for semi-trucks, but they don't call them semi-trucks, they're large trucks. When this announcement is made that they're also going to make those trucks in China, I think we get 10 or 20, 30 points out of that. And then number 20, a large truck version of the Semi for Europe announced. So very, very similar. Maybe I'll throw in a bonus for you guys. I think that there's also going to be an announcement at some point that there will be a Cybertruck type of vehicle that will be designed for Europe, China, Japan, and even for the US, that will be smaller. It will probably be made in Shanghai or made in India, but wherever it's made, it's going to be smaller, not teeny tiny, but just smaller. And it'll be along the same line, stainless steel, the whole 9 yards, but it'll be smaller for all those different kinds of countries, and also for those who want a little smaller vehicle for the US market. Anyway, there's another one. Do you think that would be a catalyst? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, I'm all done with my catalyst list. Please let me know if you have other catalysts. That was one of the more fun thoughts about last week when I did the first 10 is at least one commenter, I forget his name right now, but he came back and he gave me a whole list of other catalysts that he thought would happen. That was great. I put that into a video that you might have seen yesterday on Saturday. If you didn't see that, here's a card right up above for that one. It was really fun doing those comments, responding to your comments. Okay, so also a card above, as said earlier. I'll put that one up as well. One more time, let me tell you about Patreon, what we're doing on Patreon. You do know that you're supposed to like and subscribe and notify, right? Okay. But let me talk one more time about Patreon, because maybe you've forgotten. It's a long video, and I want to make sure that you do this if you want to do it. If you would like to hear the audio, but, $15, $20, $25, just a lot of money to spend on, one book. I'm going to give you an offer right now. I'm going to let you get a free version. All you have to do is start participating in the Patreon, and there's a lot of content up there now. I just did a new piece of content that's up there right now that's on goal setting. it's something I've been out. It's been years and years and years. I've been putting this out in different email blasts and on different blog posts and whatnot. And everybody loves my list of 7 ways to make sure you actually hit your goals. Not only hit your goals, but follow through on your resolutions, that you're very, very good at it. So that's up there. I just posted that. Just one more reason to join Patreon, but I'm going to give you this new reason, and that is going to give you a free copy, free audio version of any one. You pick which one you want when you join. Now, if you join on the test, that's still fine. You want to test it out, do it for 7 days. That's fine for free. But when you actually start paying, let's be straight up about it, when you start paying your $5 or $10 a month, that's when you'll get your free audio. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna double the offer. If you do a 10, if you join at the $10 level, I'll give you 2 audiobooks. How's that? All right, that's all I've got for today. As always, it has been amazing. It has been great talking to you.
Click the link below to get your paperback, Kindle, or audiobook now.